Okay, so welcome again. Now we're doing a review module on IV infusion rates, and I'm Kathy Cummings, and I'm working with Leslie Graham to develop these modules. So our formula for IV drip rate is volume, or V, to be infused over the time, and we always want to get it down to 60 minutes for our pumps, or even for our drop factor. So if I have a gravity fed, I need drop factor. So I'm going to go over that quickly. So if it's over 60 minutes, say it's 100 mils per 60 minutes, I want to show you something. The manufacturers of the IV infusion tubing make it so it's easy for us to do math. So your micro drips are 60. So it just crosses out, and it's exactly the mils per hour. At Lake Ridge, the drop factor is 10 drops per mil. So 10 goes into 66 times. So we're always dividing 6 into the number. At Rouge Valley, I believe, if it's still the same, the drop factor is 15 drops per mil. And so 15 goes into 60 4 times, just so you know. 15, 30, 45, 60. So I really like the 15, but unfortunately Lake Ridge doesn't have it because I'm always dividing by 4, and I find dividing by 4 easier than 6. But that gives you an idea. And when we look at 100 divided by 4, think about money. There's 4 quarters in a dollar, so our drop factor would be 25 drops per minute because our mils have crossed out. Okay, up here where it was 100 divided by 60 times 10, 6, so we have to actually divide 6 into 100. And do you remember back in original one, I said wherever this line is, that means divided by. So 100 divided by 60. So I put the 100 divided by, and we are going to get I'm going to put a decimal there, and it's going to go on and on. So this one is, we would round up to probably 17 drops per minute, or because it's gravity fed, we're going to be doing 16 to 17 drops per minute. It's easier to count 16. The other thing when we're actually doing drop factor, I like to divide and always try to do it over 15 seconds, which is, if this is a full minute, this is 15 seconds. So see how there's 4 15s? So I would divide that 16 divided by 4 and try to have about 4 drops in that period. 4 drops, so I'm not standing there for a full minute calculating. Okay, sometimes the physician will not order it per 60 minutes per hour, 100 mils an hour. So then he might order 1,000 mils in 8 hours. So we want to get this down to minutes. So then we say, okay, 1 hour is 60 minutes. So how many mils per 1 hour? Okay, so now remember when you're multiplying fractions, you go straight across. So we've got 1,000 times 8 over 8 times 60. Now we can cross off a 0. We could cross off a 0. I want to make sure I've done this. 1 hour, 6/8. Okay, so we've got 100 divided by 6/8 are 48, and I'm just wondering if I did 8 hours. 1 hour is 60 minutes. We want mils per 60 minutes. Oh yeah, we just wanted, I'm sorry. Should I redo this? I think I better. We're okay? Okay, I made it, so we have to divide the 100 by 8 hours to get our minutes, because there's 60 minutes, right? Okay, so we're doing, actually, sorry I confused you there. 1,000 mils in 8 hours, so 1,000 ml divided by 8 hours is all nurses have this memorized. It's 125. 1, 8. Take away 2. Bring down your 0. 2 8s are 16, which is 4. Bring down your 0. 5 8s are 40. So it's always, if you see 1,000 meals in 8 hours, it is always 125 meals per hour. And then we can go on and do our drop factor. And I'm just going to put up another sheet quickly here just to show you drop factor. I'm sorry we ran out of a sheet, but it'll only take me a minute. And we'll then calculate that drop factor, and we'll do it for both Lake Ridge with their system and Ajax. I don't know where I put my pen, so we'll use this one. Okay, so we're down to 125 mils per hour, which is 60 minutes, times our drop factor, and we're at Lake Ridge, which is 10. 10 goes in there once, 10 goes in there 6 times. So 125 divided by 6, 12, we're going to do 0 here, 0. Bring down the 5. 6 can't go into 5, so I'm going to put a 0 here. 0 times 6 is 0. Bring down the 5, bring down this 0. So now we're working right here. 6 6s are 36, 6 7s are 42, 6 8s are 48. So we're going to put an 8 here, 2 remaining. So our drop factor for 125 in 60 minutes with a 10 is 21 drops per minute. And you know, when I was a student, I did a cue card for all of these. If we're at Ajax, and it's if your infusion set is 15 drops per mil, then we have 125 mils per 60 minutes times the drop factor of 10 drops per mil. So we're going to get drops per minute. 15 goes into 64 times. Just memorize that. That's why they created it that way. So we're going to have 125 divided by 4. 4 3s are 12. 0. Bring down your 5. 1. 4 goes in there once. 1 remaining. Bring down your 0. And 2 4s are 8. So it's approximately 31 drops per minute. Or if I were doing my clock, I would probably divide that by 4. 4 8s are 32. I'd want about 8 drops in 15 seconds. 4 8s are 32. Yeah, I want about 8 drops in 15 seconds. With this one at 20, I would want 5 drops in 15 seconds. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 makes a full minute. I hope you understand that. If you need more information about that, then talk to your teacher.